Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to Whimsical Wednesday, the Daily Divine, here to support our soul to shine. And Wednesdays on this channel are all about the child within the experience that wants to thrive. So for this one, I'm going to encourage you right here at the beginning, left or right, what will it be? Because this is an interactive reading and message today. So thank you so much for being here. For those who don't know, my name is lisalyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. A very warm welcome. Good day, Dawn. A very warm welcome to all of you who may be new. And of course, a very warm welcome back home to my crew. So left or right, what will it be? How's everyone doing today? And I'd like to just ask at this time that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind. Give me a minute. I'm going to pass out because I am sweating. I'm going to just open the window here. All right, left or right. So the idea with this offering, and now we've gone back to daily lives. Good, Dawn. Good. That makes me happy. We've gone back to the daily lives. So Whimsical Wednesday, the intention of it is to support the inner child, to support really inner child healing and the work that each of us is required to do in order to be a healthy, well-adjusted adult. And as we can see, there aren't a whole heck of a lot of healthy, well-adjusted adults in the world. So this is my small contribution to that. And today, what we're going to do, so I trust, because this is an interactive message, whenever you find it, there will be something here for you. So take what fits and leave the rest, and know that everything is shared from my heart to yours. And really from the child within me to the child that lives and is really dying to thrive in your experience, really wants to come out and play. So with that being said, we're going to get some crystals, and we are working with the Oceanic Tarot as well as the Lemurian Starchild Oracle, and all the information is in the description box below. If you're interested in working with me, whether through an intuitive healing session or a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. Just go to my website. And please know that your presence here is a gift for which I am eternally grateful. And your support means the world to me. And ways that you can show myself and other content creators support is to subscribe to their channel, to support the collective thrive, as well as interacting on the live stream, as well as in the comments and thumbs up. Everyone who is a subscriber on this channel and comments will be entered into a free reading giveaway. March, we're going to have 2 because I did not pull any name in February. February just kind of slid by really quick in the blink of an eye. And so in March, we're going to have 2. Our first one is going to be on the day of the total lunar full blood moon in Virgo, south node of the moon eclipse on the 13th into the 14th. I'll do the draw on the 13th. And we will have our second draw in March on the 27th, the day of the Aries partial solar eclipse. So there we go. So let's get into this right or left. And I haven't looked at the cards, but we have. I was guided to pull the Lemurian Starchild Oracle, and then we will pull some of the Oceanic Tarot to clarify. And then I can hardly lift it, but I brought my little handy dandy box here, which is filled with some little affirmations as well as a whole lot of crystals. So we're gonna pull. Oh, Dawn, thank you. Oh my gosh, I love you. We're going to pull some crystals. So the reason I was guided to do the left or right thing, and all of these offerings, you'll see on Wednesday, all of the offerings are left and right because it's about our brains, our little brains here. And so the left brain is the logical, linear, very masculine side of our brain, if you will, where the right brain is the intuitive, the emotional, the feeling side of things, which is feminine. The right side of the brain operates the left side of the body, which is the feminine, the receptive, how we receive, how we nurture. And the right brain, or the left brain, the linear logical side of the brain, operates the right side of our body, which is the masculine side of the body, what we give away. And so we really want to come into balance. We can see how things work in opposites, really. So it's like this big cross across our body. So, with that being said, I feel like I'm just being guided to start with the right card. So, if you were guided to the right, here is your message from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. Oh, and look at this. It's a 6. So, first and foremost, what I'm feeling is you're receiving lots of messages. It's like your team of light, God, the angels, your loved ones in spirit are really. I'm here, like they're having me go like shaking. It's like they want to shake you awake, shake you to pay attention to the signs and symbols and messages you are receiving, and to have faith, to trust that if you feel like something is a message for you, that it absolutely is. So this could be number synchronicities, like 111, 222, 333, all this kind of stuff. It could also be a song you heard on the radio. It could also be a snippet of a conversation that you've overheard. It could be a bird that flies into your view. There are so many ways that God and the angels speak to us, and yet humans were so confused. We're like, was that a sign from God? Was that a sign from the divine? If you feel it was, and trust it. Pay attention. This is a number 6. 6 is soulmate energy. 6 is the lover's energy in the major arcana, and 6 is a choice point. And so it feels like the choice is, are you going to choose to pay attention to the way that the universe, God, and the angels speak to you and communicate with you? Or are you going to continue to go it alone and feel like, there's really nobody there for you? This is really saying to me that it's important for you to trust your intuition. Opportunities and divine timing, open to change and divine outcomes. And what I'm really feeling is that this is a time of deep healing for you. There's plenty of opportunities for healing because I'm hearing you are the golden child. You are the star child who was born for this life. And you were born to have an experience full of delight because you are delight. You are the light. Oh, how perfect. And then we've got the high priest, which is the Hierophant in the regular tarot. This is about wisdom. This is about traditional roles in life. And the lines have been blurred between traditional roles and non-traditional roles. And let's face it, there are traditionally certain gender roles, male and female, which are the two genders that we have in the world, and all through nature, male or female, with the rare case of, in human terms, a hermaphrodite, where you may have both male and female parts. Other than that, we're just dealing with men and women. And this is really speaking about the idea of stepping into our traditional roles. And as women, a lot of us throughout this lifetime and generations, like I know my mother for sure, had to pull double duty, right? We live in a time where there's not much value placed on what is traditional, like a sacred marriage, like sacred union, like sacred partnership, these kind of roles. And as women, there has been little value, if you will, or our role as caregiver, nurturer, support system, divine feminine has been diminished. And even more so now with this gender confusion agenda out there in the world, right? If anyone can be a woman, what's the point? What is a woman, right? So this is about you stepping into a more traditional role in your life. And so if you are a woman, that means allowing yourself to really embrace your femininity, allow yourself to really embrace your sensitivities. We have been told that, a lot of times as women, we're told we're too sensitive, we're too emotional. Are you serious? No. And men are supposed to be strong and not emotional. 1111 there. So pay attention, because you've got this synchronicity card. 1111 could be a number you're seeing, which is indication you are on the right path. You are on the path of a spiritual awakening or spiritual expansion. And so don't be afraid. Do not shy away from the role that you came to fulfill in this lifetime. And the Hierophant also speaks about being a leader, being a teacher, living and walking in integrity. The Hierophant would be the divine counterpart to the High Priestess, and we can kind of see that vibe in this image here. So let's see what else. Oh, and this is speaking in, and it's a 5. So 5s always speak about change, and this card mentioned change on it as well. So it's like, are you ready to make the changes that your higher self, which is, in essence, our future self, is encouraging you to make? I would say don't delay. Go ahead and make those changes today, because we are moving rapidly towards this time with the Virgo full moon, lunar eclipse, total, like a blood moon. We're moving towards this time. See what I was saying? Your sensitivity, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Emotions. And the Queen of Cups is not one who gets overwhelmed with her emotions, and she's not an emotional basket case, if there's such a thing. This isn't the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is in charge and responsible for her own emotions and what she brings to the table each and every day. She's very aware and confident that her emotions are one of the greatest gifts that she has, and one of the greatest gifts that she can share with others. She knows how to fill her own cup, and she works diligently at filling her cup as she waits for the counterpart to show up, step up, and rise into his masculinity. And it's funny that we're talking a lot about the divine feminine while we're working with the energy of the right side, which in our body is the masculine side of our body, right? The giveaway. So it feels like something is coming into balance for you as you move towards, what I'm hearing is wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. And if you're unsure if something's a sign, you can ask your team of light, your angels, your guides, God. Oh my gosh. And then we've got the Lovers. Again, now we've got 6-6 energy. We are the ones, you are the one here to flip the script. And the Lovers is all about a choice. Yes, it often indicates two people coming together, divine union, sacred union, stepping into excuse me, our rightful roles in this lifetime. embracing our femininity, embracing our masculinity. Yeah, and it's, everything is coming into balance, and we are the ones that bring everything into balance. It's, externally, it's honestly, I don't know if we're in a Hollywood stage production or something like that. It's ridiculous. And and that's really none of our business, honestly, and until we do the inner work so that we can rise up and really stand in our power and share in a confident way the wisdom of our heart, and what we know in our heart is right and true for all children of God, for all of us here having an earthbound experience as a human, Hueman. And so there, it does seem for you, those of you who are guided to write. So this is an interactive message for anyone coming in, right or left. We're sharing the right messages right now. We haven't done left yet, but this is about a choice, making a choice to be unapologetically who you are. I am woman, watch me roar, or hear me roar. Helen Reddy, loved her back in the 80s, or my mother did. And so in essence, I did. In turn, I did. And so this just feels like confirmation. And remember, when it comes to that 6 energy, 6 is the house of Virgo, right? And we're having these eclipses. The nodes of the moon have moved into Pisces and Virgo now, where they will be for the next, I believe it's 18 months. Don't quote me on that. I do believe it's 18 months. And in my experience and my understanding is that this Virgo Pisces axis is really the walk that we are each here doing with our very own heart. It's the healing walk with our heart. It is the red road that we walk while in the flesh. And so I'm hearing choose wisely, choose the path that brings you the most peace, choose the path of least resistance, and choose the path that brings you the most joy. Because honestly, if we're not having fun, if you're not happy, if you're not like, a giddy little schoolgirl or boy with the thought of what you can do each and every day, what you can create, what is the point? And also, when it comes to 6, it's about our spiritual path of purpose in this lifetime. What are we here for? And we each are here for great purpose. And a part of that great purpose is waking up and remembering who we are. And we do that in a lot of ways through these synchronistic moments, through these, these synchronistic moments, which help us to reestablish our connection to our team of light. Think back when you were a child. I was a child who had imaginary friends. Opie and Annie were their names. Everyone in my family was aware, and my extended family was aware of my imaginary friends. And honestly, reflecting back, hindsight, think of all the children that have these imaginary friends. Are they speaking with angels? Are they communicating with angels? Are they communicating with, loved ones in spirit? What can they see? Imaginary brother named Sylvester. What can they see that the adults can no longer see? Because when we're born, we're so close to source. In the mother's womb, we are intimate with source. And as we get out into the world, and I even see that with my own child, and how open and receptive he was as a young boy, as a baby and a young boy. And then we go to school. And when we go to school, perhaps it's not so cool to have imaginary friends or imaginary brothers that nobody else can see, right? And so we begin to shut down. And this is a way that, as humans, we protect ourselves, and particularly as children. So when we grow up, or when we age and become adults, we don't necessarily grow up because we age, right? So as we age and become adults, it's up to us to reestablish connections that may have been lost, to reawaken to the magic of life. And for those of you who are guided to write, I feel like that's a big message for you. It's like, are you having fun with your life? And if not, why? And what can you do in each moment to bring more magic into your experience? And perhaps it's recognizing the synchronistic signs, seeing the things, seeing the 222 and going, oh yeah, and giving thanks for making a connection. Because the more that you give thanks, it's almost like the angelic and the spiritual realms begin to show off for us when we're like, oh, I saw that. And then we're always seeing certain number symbols, or the crow calls out to us and we're like, oh, and we pay attention to the crow. And it's not necessarily about like, oh, what did that message mean? Perhaps it's just an acknowledgement that we are one with the crow. We are on the right path. We're seeing these numbers that are saying, yes, keep going, you're on the right path. And there's so much in the world right now externally, and has been for a very long time. It now just feels everything, it's like what do they call that, the melting pot? Everything's like bubbling up to the surface. And this is where you and I come in. Our presence here on the planet becomes very important, because it's about staying grounded. It's not being an emotional basket case. The Queen of Cups is not an emotional basket case. She's highly sensitive. She's aware that she's sensitive, and she really draws the sensitivities out in others, because it's who we are. In our essence, we are love, and so it's really important. And that's, so for some of you, the message is coming in now, for some of you that were guided to the right, this is a time where you are being called to focus on your emotional healing. So if you are feeling like an emotional basket case, it's up to you to show up for yourself and address the emotions that you're feeling. Same, Dawn. And hey, Jen, welcome. Brother Sylvester in the closet. Was he scary? Yes, you are on the right path, and pay attention to the signs 2222, right? We just got one right there. Confirmation. You're on the right path. Don't give up. And, especially if you're feeling like emotional basket case, sometimes we just want to throw in the towel and say enough is enough, present company included. Just like you, I'm going through it. And it's our ability to keep going through it that allows us to I'm hearing uplift and support others to keep going through it. Don't give up. Every day that comes in and I hear that song, Don't Give Up. I'm not going to sing it because it's a really high. My raspy voice doesn't do those high pitched songs, but it. Don't give up. Don't give up. I think that's it. Don't give up. So don't give up, because there does seem to be a lot of energy about that would want us to give up, but we're not built. We didn't come to give up. Remember, we came because we are the seeds of change. I'm just looking in this guidebook to see if there's any message that they want me to share with the right pile before we pull you a crystal and a little affirmation. Synchronicity. This is a big deck. It's 88 cards, so we'll be really familiar with it by the end of, as we keep going through the year. Okay. Oh my goodness, where is it? It must be the next one. My finger's probably right there. Sorry about this. Okay. Opportunities and divine timing, open to change, right? Open to change, opening to stepping into your role and position here on Mother Earth, your rightful role. Women, you are beautiful. Your femininity is needed. It is sacred. Men, Your masculinity isn't toxic. It is what the world needs. Where are all the alphas at? Where are all the alphas at? That's what we need. Strong, stable, security, protective women, nurturing, supportive, compassionate, kind. Hey, brother, welcome. Spontaneous occurrences, perfectly aligned interaction, divine outcomes. Space is needed for new opportunities to embody light. So we've been talking about that a lot in recent videos. We've been talking a lot about the need for rest, the need to rest so that we may recover and integrate all the newness. Because if you're here, you've been doing your work. Thank you so much for all the beautiful healing work you do. It matters. You matter. And so it's really important that as we go through these stages and phases of healing, and we have to allow ourselves opportunity to recover, rest, renew, restore, so we can be reborn. And it does feel like as much as these messages are timeless, they are coming live on the 5th of March, 2025. And so between now and Easter, 420, 420, the resurrection, it's really important to keep doing the inner work, to keep doing the inner reflection, to really take this time to rest, renew, and recover. Really, 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 it is incredibly important work, especially if you want to move into this energy of the Queen of Cups, one who is emotionally balanced, right? That's incredibly powerful, to be an emotionally balanced human in a world that, there's very little emotional or mental balance at this time, is sacred work. And it is work, and it takes effort, like getting outside to nature, planting your feet on the earth, going and touching or hugging a tree, communicating with noticing the synchronicities, communicating with, spirit. And it's not, necessarily anything we verbalize. It's just a way of being. Returning to the purity and innocence of the child that has lived within the entirety of your experience. Something from out of the blue, even storms have a purpose. Yes, they do. I'm feeling the eagle come in, and the eagle is the one bird that flies into the storm where all the other birds fly away and hide. The eagle flies into the storm, and the eagle is the one who comes out on the other side. Feathers may be ruffled a little bit, and yet there he is. He went through the storm, or there she is. They went through the storm, and they're still, they're wiser for it. So don't, if there are emotional storms brewing or rising within you, don't ignore it. Don't turn and run the other way. Go through it. And eagle, so I feel like eagle is a totem for you, perhaps working with the energy of eagle at this time. And eagle is the bird that carries its messages, its prayers direct to source, direct to God, creator, whatever you want to call that, from which we all originate, from that which is loving and kind, right? So this is a part of what you're being called to embody at this time, and perhaps working with eagle, calling eagle into your daily experience and asking for a sign. Your affirmation is: the divine fills my consciousness with synchronicities of the past, the present, and the future. In knowing, I know in my heart they are one. So past, present, future, all is now. Past, present, future, all is now. So for those of you, we're getting to the left in a moment, but let me just reach my hand into my box. For those who didn't see, I have my box, my box of crystals and some affirmations. So we're going to reach in and pull a crystal and an affirmation. I'm going to reach in and pull a crystal and affirmation for you, and then we're going to move on to left. So excuse the noise for a second. Okay. Oh, a gate. Sorry, my hands are sore today. I actually, this morning, had gone. And so perhaps some of you are feeling pain too. The fact I'm bringing this in, I wasn't going to. But perhaps you're feeling aches and pains in your body. And this would be indicative of some holding on emotionally, especially if you're feeling aches and pains in your hips and stuff. Currently, I'm feeling aches and pains in the joints in my hands, particularly my thumbs. And so, yeah, I've had it checked out today. So here is this beautiful piece of a gate, and any and all the gates are incredibly nurturing, divine feminine, Mother Earth. And this is so beautiful, the colors on it. And it really feels as if, many of you have done a lot of inner work, getting to the roots, getting to the root of the matter. And again, I'm being guided to say thank you for the healing work that you have done and that you continue to do. It does feel that there is still some layers of darkness to move through, and it's your own darkness. It's our own shadow that we must face. We can't, the collective shadows in our face. So how can we be, responsible spiritual beings, divinely human? And it's simply by doing your part. So your affirmation here is, and there was just a notification on my phone. Okay, so here is your affirmation. Do what inspires you and gives you wings to fly. God's light divine, soar with grace to new heights. To new heights. God knows you can do it. That feels perfect and really perfectly in line with the messages that have already come through for you in this message. So, yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Please do let me know if your message resonated, if you were guided to the right pile. I'm not guided to put the Oceanic tarot. Actually, they are saying, yes, you are. Put the Oceanic tarot back into the deck. So we're going to move on to the left. And I just at this time, I'd like to say, come back here this evening if you want to join me for a more one-on-one and personal conversation. And we are going to talk this evening about our hips and what that energetic area is and what it means for us. But just because this is interactive, I want to keep it going. And I will be pulling cards for those of you who join me live tonight. I'm feeling probably earlier in the evening is best, somewhere between 7. I'll share the link. But yes, do come back and check out the Wednesday evening live where we will do some card pulls and stuff. It will happen sometime between 7:11 and 9:11 this evening. So, all right, left. Here we go. If you were guided to the left, here. Oh, yes. Authentic expression. Words are powerful. Truth. How beautiful is this? And this really feels like joyful expression, right? And sometimes in order for us to reach the point of joyful expression, which I hope this is what you feel here, because when I express and share in this way, I am filled with such delight and joy. I actually love it. This is the best part of each day, truly. And that's great. And this feels so, sometimes in order to get to the joyful expression side of things, we must move through the emotional. And this flows from those who were guided to the right. This flows beautifully, because over there we had that Queen of Cups energy, and here we've got these beautiful dolphins swimming, and this looks like a younger one jumping through the center, almost like a hula hoop. And it really feels like, the greatest gift that you bring to the world is being you. There is no one else like you. Of course, we all have similar characteristics. We all experience similar emotions, and yet there's no one quite like us. We're all quirky and unique. And instead of trying to conform, or instead of trying to be super weird and, just out there, oh, look at me, I'm a unicorn, dolphin, fur baby, this and that and the other. It's silly. Just be who you are, and give yourself permission to present to the world as you are, your heart. Men, women, children, this is what we are here for. And it's the truth of all of us. It's a number 4 here. And 4, as many of you will know, is my number for the angelic realms. And going back to the first message, the right side message, and the whole intention and purpose of this Whimsical Wednesday offering is to reestablish our connection to the child that lives within. This is about healing the inner child. This is about showing up as the mother or father for that child that lives within, and bringing to the forefront here and now the support and encouragement that child needed, deserved, and loved, and may not have received. And, a lot of our experience as humans is about how we perceive things. And so it's wise to get to a point in life where we come to understand, just like us doing the best that we can in each and every moment, most people in the world are doing the best that they can, and certainly those people that were our family and friends and lovers and, grandparents, sisters, brothers, every single one, every single interaction, including ours with them, we were all doing the best we could from where we were and the perception and understanding that we had at that time. So it feels like I'm getting a little emotional here for you. So if you were guided to the left, you may have, perhaps you have been holding back your emotions, and perhaps you've been feeling in a bit of a slump, a little bit depressed. And remember, depression, the opposite of depression is expression. It's not joy, it's expression. And via expression, hopefully, we get to the point where we experience joy. So it does feel like there are some emotional waters for you to move through. I'm being guided so this is the left side. Remember, the left side of our brain, logical, linear, masculine. Left side of our body, feminine, receptive, open, receiving, nonlinear, intuitive. And, the right side of the body, the masculine side, I'm being guided to ask you to tune into your body and how it's feeling. We've got the Queen of Swords, resilience. So today we've seen the Queen of Cups and now the Queen of Swords, sticking to your path, living your divine truth. And, this your truth, my truth, we share a universal truth, a spiritual truth. And that's what we're here to remember. And within that one truth, there are multiple expressions. As many of us as there are expressions of the truth. And yet at the core, we are all spiritual and here for spiritual purpose, if nothing more than awakening to the fact that we are spiritual, that we're more than human, right? So resilience, stick to the path your heart has chosen. Do not back down. Align through your spine. So they're really highlighting the sword here. And as I was saying to you, it feels I'm being guided to encourage you to tune in to your physical body, the left and the right side, out of your brain into the body. It's almost like head down. Tune into your body from the head down. So shoulders, knees, and toes. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? And perhaps playing a little game of head and shoulders, knees, and toes. I feel like playing that. Maybe we'll do that tonight on the live. Head and shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah. So stick to the path your heart has chosen. Stay true to you. The sharks, it may feel like you're living in a shark tank and the sharks are circling. You are incredibly powerful when you show up as yourself, when you express yourself. The Seven of Pentacles, potential, working towards something. And again, this is the Seven of Pentacles. 7 is my number for the physical body. The physical body always connects me to the spine. So pay attention to your spine, out of your mind and into your heart. And this feels incredibly feminine with the sea turtles showing up there. And, although this is an earth energy, it's feeling very watery. They're asking me to take the bottom card in this one. I didn't realize there was one sticking out. So there's the bottom two. So for those of you, okay. So for those of you that were guided to the left, this is why they're asking you to pay attention to your body, because you're all up in your thoughts. You're all up in your thoughts. You're all up in your head. This is a time of recovery. You've got 2 7s on the table. This, you're lucky. I feel guided to say you're lucky to be alive. Do you feel lucky to be alive? Are you grateful to be alive? Do you have faith in your ability to rise and thrive and overcome anything that you may have been through? Because the thoughts is like, what happened back there? And swords is painful energy. Our mental body contributes to a lot of the pain in our experience and the resistance of the emotional experience. And yet, overriding all these thoughts is this Queen of Swords, this divine feminine presence that's coming in and saying, enough is enough. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be seen, heard. You deserve to feel what you feel. And through expression, you will heal. Through repression, we don't heal. We just stay up in our thoughts, in our heads. And, the cage that we live in, the mind, cages our wild and free hearts that are interconnected to all. And it's you, the magician. You have the power to overcome anything. You have the power, and only you have the power to allow the world to see who you are. Be brave. Share your heart. Show your heart. For some, it feels like, look, put the sword down. I really like that. The sword and the wand and the cup and the pentacles coming into balance. The new beginning after a time of recovery and healing. And perhaps journaling. I'm feeling, for those of you guided to the left, journaling, body work, breath work, working with the divine feminine mother. I'm feeling really working with the divine mother, because there is a call for some healing here. Put the swords down. Yes, yes, there has been tremendous loss, tremendous loss. And the most tragic of all is the loss of the experience of the child that lives within, the joyful, abundant, prosperous, unlimited potential experience that each of us as children were born to co-create with the divine, remembering who we are. I do feel like, for those of you guided to the left, there is like an angelic presence around you. I'm feeling like guardian angel, and your guardian angel has been with you through all of it. And so has that beautiful child within. And so this does feel like, as the magician in your life, as you show up for yourself and your heart, you take that courageous journey from your head down into your heart and allow yourself to be seen. At the beginning, just, between you and your team. You don't have to share that with anyone, right? You don't have to go on YouTube and do a live or anything like that. Like, we're all here for different things. We are all beautiful and unique. So we're going to see if there's any message here in the guidebook from the expression card, and then we're going to pull you a crystal and affirmation. And then we'll be back here tonight at 7. I'm going to just say 8:11. That's it. We'll be back here tonight at 8:11 p.m. It's now 12:21. How perfect. Synchronistic. We are supportive. Thank you, honey. I am so grateful to my team of life who shows up for me when I show up for myself, day after day, time after time. Okay, we're not going to sing. All right. I want everyone after this, those of you who are guided to the left and who are receiving this message, to go and do a little round or two of head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Do it just for fun. Can you do it? Can you touch your toes? Okay. Where is this number 4? I'll get better at this. My thumbs are so sore right now. Expression, authentic expression. Words are powerful. Truth. Right to express and be heard. If you try really hard, we can do it. Let's open up. We have to open up the back of our body. It's the hamstrings. That's what we have to open up to get that flexibility to the toes. Right to express and be heard. Transparency, authenticity, resolving issues of truth. And then your affirmation is, I express myself with pure joy and love, releasing the inhibitions of the chatty mind. That's so perfect, because you got all this swords energy, and then you got the divine feminine, you got the queen coming in saying, we got this. We got this. Tune into your body, below the head. And below the head, from the shoulders down, tune in. How are you feeling? And maybe we'll go over some of the body parts tonight in the live and what they represent and what they hold. That's if I get ambitious. I feel like doing some art today. It's a rain day here. Okay, so for those of you guided to the left, we're going to get you a crystal and a mantra or affirmation. So give me a moment. Excuse the noise as I reach into the right there. So you got a hag stone. I would have found this. I found this. I have so many of them. And this is like a peek into like the mystical, the magical. You know, for some of you, I'm feeling guided to say there. Just give me to get the affirmation. I'm being guided to say there's a need to. It feels like you're very rigid in your thinking and your thoughts, and so there's a need to decalcify your pineal gland is what I heard, and working with like there, I really want to rub this on my third eye. I don't really do that often. So if you're just coming here and you see this, see me like with this rock on my third eye, it does feel good, and there's a purpose. It's an intuitive. So I'm hearing that you have a great imagination, and allow your imagination to lead you into play each and every day. It's safe for you to be who you are. It's safe for you to live from your heart and really allow yourself, not just the people around you and the world around you, to allow yourself to see who you truly are. Because it feels as if life has been hard. And I'm right there with you, sisters and brothers. I'm right there with you. And I really, not to minimize or trivialize any of our experience or your experience, we've all been through it. We've all been through it. And yet here we still are. But when we're all up in our thoughts all the time, it doesn't really give us much opportunity to experience joy and play and co-creation in life, to express ourselves as we are, because we're hiding away. We're living in yesterday. We're living decades ago in the pain of an experience. And, not only are we up in our head, we've closed our heart to connection with others. And, it's the heart where true connection takes place. And so put your sword down. Allow yourself to be seen authentically. So your affirmation is, a tree gives glory to God by being a tree. I mean, could these affirmations not be any better? So that is a quote by Merton Thomas. Sacred is the holy tree. A tree gives glory to God by being a tree. Thomas Merton. Sacred is the holy tree. So a tree, in order to be healthy and growing and thriving, really has supportive roots and is nurtured through the roots. And so this is perfect for, I feel like those of you guided to the left, to have this message about all being up in your head. The key here is to get to the roots, to get to the heart of the matter. A hagstone, you got a hagstone, which is like very close to the earth. And then when rooted and grounded, then you will be able to go forward and share yourself and express yourself with the world in a really, I'm hearing, powerful and profound way. So do you, boo? Do you even know who you are? It's time to allow the world to see your heart. And so now we're going to pull a card for everyone here to bring the two sides together, left and right, to give some guidance as to the path. I'm hearing the path to follow, the path of least resistance. So let me just grab the Starchild Oracle here. I think tonight I'm going to be standing up. Our hips get sore because we sit a lot, and the hips don't lie. The hips don't lie about what's going on inside. So we will talk about that tonight. So Let's go for everyone, left or right. This is the center ground. This is the path of least resistance for all at this time. Okay, I'm so thirsty today. I'm always so thirsty. Okay, so there's two. Perfect. Know yourself. Meditate. Who am I? Veil is lifting, opening. Well, how perfect is this? Oh, it gets better. It really gets better. Divine blueprint, source self, embodiment, inspiration. You are ready. 5-5. We are the change born to thrive here in this life. You know, we got a team of light. We got angels on our side. This is perfect. This is confirmation. It is through the meditation, through your own personal practices, through your meditation, through your physical body, getting aligned through your spine. You are the sacred holy blueprint coming online. This is amazing. It was 5555 there. This is amazing. Are you ready? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Trust your heart. And this is like not just knowing yourself, allowing yourself to be seen. It goes back to the messages of the left, you know, and these two, this is the middle ground. It's so funny because the left card was number 4 and the right card was number 6. And here we have 2 5s. We are the balance, the divine masculine and feminine, balancing within the experience, coming online, making the changes, knowing ourselves, expressing ourselves. This feels like, you know, movement. It's time to get moving. And yet, that doesn't mean we're busy moving, right? Movement may be just like I did, tapping your little toes on the ground, and then perhaps you're going to jump up and dance around a little bit, shake things out, shake those hips, move those hips, you know, nice big exhales, just moving energy around because you're the shift. We're the shift. We are the keys, the holy keys in all of this who came to be the resurrection of the light through the journey of our very own shadow. And our shadow is, you know, what we see externally is the collective projected shadow, right? And remember, we're all seeing things from our frame of reference, our experience. And those of us who are really lucky and those of us who are here for great purpose are awakening and aware of our spiritual essence. I just saw a seagull flying around outside there. And, you know, my message when I created the Everyday Wisdom Oracle from Seagull was set your sights higher. You're here for great purpose, out of your head, into your heart. You know, the heart is where it's at. Know yourself, be yourself, allow yourself to be seen because you are the divine blueprint who came here as a seed to be the bridge to the heaven on earth experience. All children deserve wish fulfillment. And so be open to receive. Allow yourself to be seen. And they're asking me to reach in for a card for all of us. No, they don't want any tarot. They just want those cards. Wisdom. Wisdom is pain healed. You are a sacred warrior of the heart, a beautiful sister or brother of light. And I thank you so much for all the healing work you do and bringing forth the innate wisdom, ancient wisdom, the medicine, the sacred blueprint. of the light of Christ, the light of the divine. You were born to shine and thrive, and you're doing it. And I thank you so much for doing it and gracing me with your presence here. I trust that these messages resonated with you. Please do let me know in the comments down below. It's been an honor and delight to connect with you today. And until next time, everyone, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thanks so much.